God, you're Elly friggin' Conway.
Author of Argylle series, Elly Conway!
I am such a fan.
Oh yeah? What is it you do?
Espionage.
Would you sign my book?
Here we go.
Sam, is this the start of your action movie era? Like, is this you becoming the action hero?
I'm just gonna go with a yes.
Yeah, it was the beginning, the middle, and the end.
That's it. You've seen it. Crash and burn.
Well, I mean, you have to copy Henry during this film. Like, the weird little
Absolutely.
things, like, you can't really get more daunting, can you, surely, for your first kind of...
No,
I mean, I was copying him more than anything else.
We were copying each other. We're mutual fans, and it was a lot of fun to be side by side. Although he said no eye contact most of the time, so that was difficult because I wanted to make eye contact.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just don't want to get romantically involved with my co-stars.
Yeah, I understand. I'll try to.
It's easy, although were you a little bit annoyed at times, like Henry gets to be like all cool and suave, and every now and then like Aiden has to be a bit more kind of
Yes,
you like
yes.
kind of like, oh god, why does he get to be look like this?
Well, each character, we complement each other, and so it's fun for both of us, I think.
I think that's where the fun is as well. Sort of, it's you get to have a good laugh out of that, rather than it being taken too seriously. I mean, Argylle takes himself very seriously, and Aiden too, I suppose, in his own world.
Oh, absolutely, sure.
And that's the joy of it. But on the outside, when you're looking at the tone of the movie, you're taking neither one of them too seriously.
Yeah. Although, was it fun for you as well? Because you must get so bored with all the rumours linking you to like James Bond roles and all that kind of stuff. Was it kind of fun with this one to sort of send them up a little bit? Because I think because Argylle plays it so straight, you're allowed to be a bit more fun and playful with by genre.
That's the trick with this one. It's Argylle playing it very straight while also keeping in mind that it's not straight. It's ridiculous. It's spy tropes turned up to 11. So that was a fine line to tread, but fun, because as an actor, you're not taking yourself too seriously, even though your character is, which leads to a whole bunch of fun performance options.
Bryce, they do say never work with children or animals, but how was Chip as a co-star?
Chip was amazing. I loved working with Chip, and I happen to love working with children and animals because I feel like they keep me honest, you know, because they're all they can be is honest.
Yeah, Bryan, you're not spoilers, but you're a bit mean to Chip at one point. Did you feel a little bit harsh, or was that took all your acting might to be mean to that adorable cat?
No, I enjoyed it. I was wondering if we were ever going to take a lunch break with Chip. You know, his name was Chip, so it's like fish and chip would have been a good combination.
A little bit of, I'm gonna spoil some movie magic for you. Whenever there was any meanness or anything like that with Chip, it was a stuffy. It was a, you know, it wasn't a real cat, but yeah.
He's not in his action movie phase yet.
No distress for
Stuffy
animals.
Chip wouldn't have tasted very good either.
And Bryce, you're no stranger to big set pieces, but I feel when it comes to a Matthew Vaughn film, they've got a completely different style of themselves. Like I'm thinking the dance fight in this especially, that we can't really go into, but how is the preparation for these kind of huge, hyperkinetic, really fast-moving set pieces?
Well, what was really fun in terms of the preparation of the movie was basically, you know, we had the script and we knew it was going to be Matthew Vaughn, and so you inherently sort of are like, it's like, is this script going to be the ultimate movie? What's going to be discovered along the way? And he works so closely with Brad Allen, who's one of the greatest action directors of all time, and he had choreographed all these incredible sequences, and so really what was amazing was just getting to get exposed to all the things that they were planning. And Brad very sadly passed away, but Matthew, you know, obviously made sure to do right by him. And I think it's part of the reason why the set pieces, the action set pieces in particular, are all the more spectacular.
This was actually filmed like in late 2021, so Ariana, it must feel like a totally different world for you. Like since then you've become an Oscar winner, you've had a Disney film, like totally different to back then. How does it feel to reflect on the time since then?
Well, you know what, it really just brings to mind like how grateful I am for Matthew Vaughn. Like he saw my tape, I auditioned. You know, I think there's like this big myth that I don't audition anymore. I still do. But like, I got to audition for him and he saw the thing, and he didn't really know about West Side Story. He just liked what I did, and I hold on to that, because I think once your life changes in this way and you do win things, acclaim, all those types of things, it can be new and odd. It's like an odd experience. But this is a man who didn't care what I had already done. He just liked what was in front of him, and he was like, let's try something new. Let's go for it. And it's an honor to like collaborate with someone like him, who is a visionary, who's, you know, he's got the whole film up in his mind, from the soundtrack to like the beginning frame to the end credit. You know what I mean? I just thought it was so cool.
And it's the same for you, John, because I read in the production notes that you actually had reached out to Matthew and was like, if you've got a role for me, let me know. So did the experience live up to that thing in your head of working with Matthew Vaughn?
Exceeded expectations. And I was so moved by The Kingsman. It's literally a lot of the reason why I wear a suit. The quote, and I give it all the time, a gentleman is the modern day knight and a suit is his armor. Something like that reached me in that movie. So for someone's vision to be able to have that effect on me, this is a person that, man, I really like, and I'm interested in what they do, and I want to be a part of it. So when the opportunity came up to be a part of Argylle, I might have chased Matthew down, but he gave me a shot. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, definitely. And both your characters are in this world within a world in this movie that's sort of like, it is a spy movie, but it's also quite a send-up of like the usual cliches you see in the spy movies. It's great fun. How was that for you, working in that? Is it fun to get to be in a spy movie but not take it completely seriously and know that it can be this kind of heightened world?
A lot of some of the comedy is taking it seriously and knowing that you're the view of how we're going to flip this genre on its head. So I think leaning into it allowed for a lot of the comedy and allowed the other performers a lot of liberty to embrace a certain perspective that we have to control in our world within a world.
Yeah.
Was there a particular moment when you were filming those scenes you were like, oh, I'm in a full-on globe-trotting spy adventure? You had to look around.
Grabbing somebody off of a sport bike.
Yeah.
It's like,
Which
okay.
I will never be over it.
All right.
Like,
wait a second. I will rephrase. Grabbing Dua Lipa off a high-rev sport bike in a bike moke chase through Greece. That was
insane. I mean,
yeah.
It's a hard film to talk about anyway without spoilers. That's the whole thing.
No, I saw that in the
So
trailer.
hard,
You saw that in the trailer.
That's in the
so
trailer.
I'm not
Yeah,
giving anything away.
we're on safe ground there, but otherwise it's quite too tricky.
Well, Kira's driving like an open air Jeep, and I was like, work! We're in a spy movie now, kids! So great.
It's a hard film to talk about in terms of spoiler-wise.
Yes.
So I'm going to talk around one of the big set pieces that I think everyone's going to love, which is that dance fight with the smoke, all that kind of stuff. Like, Sam, when you saw that on page, were you like, how is this going to work? How am I going to do this?
Tread carefully.
Yes. I didn't quite understand it, and I still don't quite understand it, and until I saw it, and then I understood it. Yeah. Basically, is the answer to that question.
That's fair. It is hard to talk about.
It's for many reasons. Yeah.
Which I think is part of the fun. We are so used to trailers and movies being revealed before they come out. And now everyone gets to be on the journey together in the cinema. And they have no idea what's going to happen till it happens.
It's exciting, yeah.
One thing we are safe to talk about is Dua Lipa's in this movie in the like heightened world. Obviously, we have seen her in Barbie since, but this was technically her debut movie role because she filmed it before. How was it working with her on this kind of thing? 'Cause she's a perfect fit as that kind of femme fatale villainess.
Fantastic, She was marvelous to work with. Good fun, game for it as well. You know, a lot of people can either their nerves will get in the way, or I didn't know what to expect with Dua Lipa. She's one of the biggest pop stars in the world, and you don't know whether that person's going to come on with a sense of grandeur to them. But she was there on time, gave 100%, and was game for anything. Like the whirly bird, for example. That's not something which your average person would be like, yep, let's do it. Come on. And she was there in rehearsals, she was there for the shooting, she just obviously there for the shooting, but giving it her all. And I was really, really impressed. And she was wonderful to work with.
Yeah, and it's so rare for this kind of original movie to create so much social media buzz beforehand and theories going all over the place about like Elly Conway and all that kind of stuff, but also Henry about your haircut when it first got revealed. So did either of you expect that Henry's hair would be what we're talking about, because you grew a whole beard for this film and they're not even talking about that.
And I still have it. Yeah, it's funny. People get obsessed with the cat and the haircut. It's interesting. And we're thinking about so many different things, but obviously the haircut's a big deal. It's this iconic silhouette, you know, and yeah.
Henry, you're going to go back to it at some point?
Am I going to go back to it? I mean, you know, for a movie, it's fun because you don't have to do that hairstyle yourself. Someone else is taking care of it, and I'm not the kind of guy who gets the hairdryer out every morning and makes sure my hair stands straight on end. So
you aren't?
No, at least not yet.
Okay.
But it's a really fun hairstyle, and it creates an iconic silhouette, which is the whole point.
Yeah.
But real life, not for me.
Bryan, it feels like since Breaking Bad, you're making so many different types of role choices. Like, it's great. You've avoided typecasting. And what was it about this that you felt gave you something new to explore that you haven't done before?
Well, then again, you hear Matthew Vaughn is doing a new movie, and it's like, ooh, I'm already leaning in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what it's about yet, and I already want to do it. And he called and asked me to be a part of it, and I read the script and enjoyed the role. And I also really enjoyed the story. I think it's very compelling, fun, adventurous. It's funny, laugh out loud. So it really has everything, and the audacity of that is the trademark of Matthew Vaughn when it comes to his shooting style.
Yeah. And as aside from you two as well, there's also an incredible cast in this as well. With, you get Catherine O'Hara playing your on-screen mum. Like, that's what all of us want, surely, at some point. So how was it working with her on those scenes?
I mean, she is just one of the loveliest human beings on the planet, aside from the fact that she's also one of the most talented performers and comedians ever. And so, I mean, I just have a lot of admiration for her. When Matthew was like, who do you think should play your mom? I was like, Catherine O'Hara? And then the next day he called and he's like, she's in. So a dream come true in many ways. And she's just amazing.
Yeah, definitely. And just finally, it's so rare for an original movie to create so much social media buzz beforehand and theories going around the place. So I feel I have to end with this. Have either of you met the real life Elly Conway, whoever that person may or may not be?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
That's fair. Keeping his thing.
We have.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you're going to keep silent this whole thing. It's the
Cannot
trickiest
talk
thing.
about it.
No.
Obviously.
Can't talk about it.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We'd have to literally kill you.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
Be
fine.
intense.
We're still in Argylle now. We're in the world within the world.
That's right. You
It's
are
fine.
in
Yeah,
the
separate.
world.
Yeah.
I think this is safe to talk about, but Ariana, you also have a couple of songs on the soundtrack as well.
Yeah.
One of which, Get Up and Start Again. It feels like your Bond song. So is it kind of just like the audition for that Bond song? Is that this like you're putting yourself out there, like next Bond film, I'm there for you?
Oh my God,
this is good enough.
That's hilarious. And also funny. The film was in post, and I had won my Oscar at that time, and Matthew called and was like, I think we need to do something else. Like, do you want to sing music? And I was like, yeah, why not? And so, yeah, Electric Energy with Boy George and Get Up and Start Again came to life. And I will say, Get Up and Start Again it feels like one of those end credit Bond songs. I'm living my Adele, Celine Dion, Skyfall dreams. And I don't know, I've always wanted to do something like that. I never thought I'd get the chance, and I hope people enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the movie this morning as I was walking here. Electric Energy was just in my head, so I was keep going on. Just couldn't get out of there. Had to get out of this for the junket. So I had to do. Yeah, it's great. Just finally, what are you hoping that viewers get from Argylle when they get to see it in a couple of weeks?
Oh man, I always want audiences to be entertained.
Yeah.
Every project I do, I'm always asked that question. What do you want audiences to take away? I want them to be able to take away whatever they want. I just shared with you a takeaway from the Kingsman franchise that I had, that I don't expect every audience member to have. I want people to see Argylle, and I want people to be entertained. And whatever they talk about after that, that's fine.
Yeah.
The same. And I want you to groove while you watch it.
Yeah. I think people will.